Jackson was a frontier common man. Number 8 Van Buren. Number 1 founding father.
Welcome to the Tannat Show. I'm your host, Howard O'Brien, every Thursday. And as you can see, I am the Trump president tonight on the Tannat Show. So, TT, welcome to TT, Tannat Trump. And I'll tell you why I am doing this tonight, actually. Somebody just chimed me. Let me see if they're on. On now. All right. Tannat for president. I agree. Probably be the best president we've had. So, hello, everybody. I see Bob here, Greg, another Greg Lemons. I see you. I think you got the wine. You got the wine. Great. Greg, you are not. You're right. Greg, you got yours. I don't know what happened to the why they spelled it wrong, because I know I didn't. I checked the order form that I filled out and gave it to him. So I don't know. But anyways, welcome to the Tannat Show. Next week, I will not be doing the Tannat Show for logistical reasons, but I will return the following Thursday. So I will not be on next Thursday. I just won't be able to do it with everything going on. Other than that, I hope things are going good with everybody. This weekend, we have a barrel tasting. Hey, Steve. We have a barrel tasting on Saturday. Got a few spots left, because I keep it pretty reasonable. We'll be doing the 2022 and 23s. And 23 was a phenomenal year, the best I've seen anyways. And then Sunday, we have a 2-for-1 on the private cellar. So instead of paying $50 a person, you only pay $50 for a couple. And I have a few spots for that as well. We're aggressively pruning in the vineyard now. Things are really good. The weather is what it is. We haven't bud break yet. I'm assuming. I've not talked to my team yet, but we are done with our, not our final prune, but we're going to be going back pretty soon to do our final prune real soon. It's just a lot of extra work we do to make this thing happen even better for the carbohydrates and all that stuff. So it's all about the fruit, as you know. It's Shatter O'Brien, all about the fruit. So anyways, that's kind of going on in the vineyard. The winery stuff is just kind of, we always clean up this time of year even more and organize stuff and do some bottling and things of that nature. So other than that, they're aggressively in the vineyard. So that's good. Other than that, I can't think of too much else that is in the vineyard or whatever, other than the weekend at what will be happening. So we're going to get right to the story. So the book that I'm writing, The Seller's Bestseller. And the reason why I'm wearing my Trump wig, and I do have a costume, but I couldn't find it today because I was running around. I had appointments actually today, Thursday, so it was good. So this is actually the wig from the Trump costume I got, actually. So kind of looks like his hair, I guess. Who knows these days what's going on top of his head or in his head. So anyways, story time, exactly. So anyways, this guy came in today. It was a reserve tasting. And so I had to be with him, and one of my other staff was there because I did it in the private cellar. And it was this guy. I thought he was wearing a costume, actually. He looked like Donald Trump. I mean, there's always somebody that looks like somebody, but he looked like Donald Trump. He didn't dress like Donald Trump. He looked like him. His hair was like him. He had like white, you know how Donald Trump has white around his eyes. And he did have that. I just could not stop laughing inside. And even my staff that was there said, "Do you see who that guy looks like?" And I said, "Yes." And we both laughed so hard. He had some of the mannerisms of him, but he was a very nice guy. And he did buy some wine. He was from out of town. I've never seen him before. And it was hilarious how much he looked at him. I'm telling you that this guy looked exactly like Donald Trump. And if you can, whenever you're there with one of the other tasters that were there, they'll tell you the exact same thing. As you know, everybody has a double somewhere. They say, well, this is his double. I didn't say anything to him because I don't like to talking about politics, because I don't know if that would have been offensive or not. So I didn't say anything to him because I really didn't want to. You know what I mean? That's not something you want to probably look like, or you don't want to look like him, right? So other than that, that was kind of a funny thing that will go into play. How many people can say that they've seen a double of Donald Trump, which is kind of funny. So I have to go tomorrow to the doctor for my final a follow up after my procedure about a month ago that you knew I went through. We talked about it. So I can't really drink anything tonight. So the wine I want to talk about, it is released. I just released it. It is the North Point Rosé. The North Point Rosé. And it just needs to be cold. You know, we bottled it just a little while ago, but now it's come to fruition. The bottle shock is totally gone. And I can tell you, this is probably one of my favorite. I love my Tannat Rosé, but this is very, very different. Everybody is saying it. Everybody is saying it, how good this North Point Rosé is. The ones we've been tasting, some of the members that had it, some of the members before, certainly my wife, Judy, and so forth. So let me tell you the blend, okay? Because it's very, very different. Very different. Let me see here. Okay. Normally it's one grape, but because 2023 was a phenomenal year. Did you tell him you were running for president? I didn't, but he will see me. I am running for president, or at least I'm going to put my name in there for sure. Hey, if Trumpito can be up there, why not me, right? At least I can offer some Tannat. Anyways, so it is 50% Cab Sauv, 25% Merlot, 12%-ish Cab Franc, and 12% Petit Verdot. And I've never done it this way because we usually do a single varietal of a particular grape, Cab Franc, Cab Sauv most of the time. But because it was such a great growing year, we didn't want to take it all from one because we made a little bit more North Point Rosé. So that is the North Point Rosé. Phenomenal. And Judy will be very excited. I brought one home. It's got the Provence pink color. Definitely got some character. And I don't know why I brought this home, but one of my clients, members that weren't there, and I ran out of my Corbin, so I had to open it up for them in the Movadra. They absolutely loved it, and they were one that told me also that they loved it in 2013, the last year I had it. And it's so weird because I don't really remember who liked it because it's been a good amount of time since I had it. So, and that's really changing. And I'll tell you the one that's really changing is the Arena Noah. That wine is drastically changing, And that's a good thing. You know, it's just a new evolution of things that take place. So, anybody have any questions before the contest? I'd like to open it up once in a while. Anybody? Come on, Bob. You're never short for words. Come on. Got to have something. No? Best food pairing. Hi, Bob. With the best food pairing with Tannat. For me, now, Tannat is a very, very. Did you ever talk about what was going? Oh, no, I didn't. I'll come back to that. Thank you, Greg. You know what? I forgot that. You're right. I was going to talk about that last week, and I'll bring that up. Yeah. Buddies is misspelled. Really? What do you mean it's misspelled? Oh, I read. Buddy Beast to read. Okay, I'll go in and change it. That's funny. Is that on the order sheet? I'm good, Bob. I'll answer your question. It's funny. I shouldn't have asked the damn questions. You guys are asking crazy ones. But anyways, Bob, I'll go back to you. What would go with Tannat? Well, for me, Tannat is very, very squirrel, very, 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 very standalone to me because it's full bodied. However, I don't think there's much to compete with it, but I think a fillet would certainly complement it. A fillet would complement it. That's what I would say. I don't eat meat, so I wouldn't know. I usually drink it by itself or with whatever I want. My philosophy is when I get a bottle of wine, I'm going to eat and drink what I want with it. It's your wine, your time. Nobody's right or wrong. Nobody's telling you rules. You do what you want to do. That's my philosophy, But Tannat and filet, it's a happy marriage, no question. How many cases of rosé do you have? I normally only did about 40 or 45 to 50 cases of North Point rosé. I did about 92 cases of North Point rosé. But people are liking it, so it's moving pretty good because they know I don't. Most people know I don't have it for a very long time. Greg, okay. So I was talking about last week. I read a great article, and I did validate it with a few of my friends that own wineries in Napa and Sonoma. And the article's out there. It's very interesting. And it's coming up more in certain regions of Napa, particularly Lodi and a few other areas. But they are buying some of these wineries that are very well known are buying grapes from France and they're importing them over here. And so what's happening now is because they can get it for cheaper. And so they mix it with their California grapes, the percentage that they feel they won't get in trouble with, whatever that is in California. For us, it's, we know it's around the 51% mark. But other than, and then you can't really call it a Virginia wine. But they could be a little bit different for the state, to be honest with you, what they do and how they regulate it. But there are a lot of vineyards that just never got picked. And now they're ripping them up. And the guys, there's a couple specialists out there, and he was talking about he'll never be able to catch up ever, and these vines will just die because they're not taking care of them. They can't sell the fruit. There's overabundance of it because what their California wineries are doing to save money. Now, that's not all of them, but it's a bigger percentage than I thought. The amount of acreage of vines that are being torn up on a daily basis now, the vines are just being pulled up because they can't get rid of the fruit. The number was unbelievable. And don't quote me on the specifics. And it was validated by a couple of my friends that own wineries in California. And they said it's been going on for a lot longer than people think. It's just that now they're being exposed, which is very, very interesting. So that was really what I read. And it was very interesting that is actually taking place. So it baffles me when you hear that kind of stuff because, it's like I said, my friends don't do it, but they said they know a lot of people that do. It's a numbers game. So, there's such a glut now of California grapes and wine. That's what the problem is too. And it doesn't make sense really. But that's what the situation is too, because they're buying it all, there's just too many grapes and vines that they're pulling up because there's just nothing happening. So it's pretty sad, to be honest with you. So did I answer everybody's question? I think so. I did. Okay, good. So for the competition tonight, there is a time that I did the Tannat Rosé in a 375 milliliter. Now, that's when I first released it, when I got the idea from Uruguay. And the reason why is because I didn't really know if I was going to do it much before. And it was the first in the United States. So I did one in a very small 375 milliliter, similar to the Mike. You don't even know what I'm asking. Disqualified. Disqualified, Mike. You don't even know what I'm asking, buddy. Didn't even know what I'm asking. Disqualified. DQ. Nobody can comment before you get disqualified. And that means you, Bob, because you do it. So anyways, I didn't know how well it was going to go or anything or what I was going to do it more, but obviously that is a huge selling part of the winery is my Tannat Rosé. I sell a lot of it. So anyways, what year did I introduce the first Tannat Rosé in United States? Whoever gets it will get a bottle of the Tannat Rosé or the North Point Rosé. You can pick. Nope. No. Nope. Go back. Now you're going in the right direction, Mr. Delaney. Rob Delaney got it. 2008 was the first time I did it. So Rob Delaney just came in under the wire of David Riley. Just came in under the wire of David Riley. So I have Rob Delaney is the winner in 2008. So you'll have to come to the winery to get it. You'll have to come to the winery to get it. So I hope everybody, I extended the time today because people are asking questions. So anyways, everybody, God bless. Drink Tannat. I'll be back in 2 weeks from now, but I'll be there all at the winery. Don't worry about it over the weekend and all that. So my presidential song as I depart. My helicopter is awaiting. Luigi, what happened? I saw. My presidential dog's waiting for me to take him to the presidential bathroom. I can tell you. I'll get right with you, pal. Look for me on the ballot. Tannat 2024. I get in the White House, I'm going to paint it purple. Part of it, anyways, for the Tannat. So, and I'll be broadcast on FedNet TV. God bless everybody. Drink Tannat.